So, pleasant day to everyone, especially to you, Mom. Good morning. And I'm Carol as well. I'm the reporter from part 2, number 16. So, before we jump in our topic today, I just want to recall the topics that we have already tackled. We already tackled about the research problem and how to compose research titles and the theories and the significance of research. So now we will tackle about the significance of the study. So first, what is the significance of the study? So significance of the study means significant explains the importance and relevance of your research, detailing who benefits and how, and outlining its contributions to new knowledge, theory, and practical applications in a specific field. It justifies your research by addressing existing gaps in knowledge, sparkling reader interest, and demonstrating potential impacts on society, the field of study, and other stakeholders. So research significance of the study refers to us as our guide on how or what contributions can our research develop towards a particular field or society. It answers the questions about the research gap it addresses, its theoretical and practical contributions, and how will benefits from its findings. So in short, this element of research shows the involvement between the researchers and their prospective viewers or other stakeholders related to your topic, bridge gaps between prior research and their contribution. So that's the significance of the study. So now we will tackle on the aspects to address on writing the research significance of the study. So first aspect will be justification. So justification, it serves as the primary reason for your research, demonstrating why your work is necessary and valuable. So justification is the reason or an explanation for why a study is necessary. And ganun banggid siya dig deeper or like mo further research sa kanang choosing nga topic and unsa man iyang mga benefits nga makuha or mga makuha sa mga kadaghanan or sa mga stakeholders na involved sa imong research. And significant of the research explains the potential impact towards the society or any other stakeholders, while unjustification explains how the research will provide solution into real-world issues or real-world situation. It is the purpose behind the research. It provides rationale. Okay, for example, a study on a high rate of building demolitions in a city could be justified by the problem of low housing supply and its potential impact on real estate investment, providing a clear reason and potential solution to the issue. So, muna siya ang example sa justification. Next aspect will be contribution to knowledge. So it highlights the information, theoretical advancement, or methodological innovations your study provides. So it refers to what new finding and adds something valued to a field or a concept, or data the study adds to existing body of research. So this aspect focuses on the original output of your research. It answers the question, what have you added to the field? So, muna siya ang imong contribution sa kana nga chosen topic. So na siya'y kanang kuan na siya'y duha ka types of contributions. First contribution will be methodological contributions. Developing a new measurement construct or a novel method to collect or analyze data can be significant contribution. Again, na siya example. Example, developing a new construct to measure body image or quality of life. And another example is proposing a new algorithm for detecting intrusions in cloud computing. So, ang methodological contributions DI is a new way of constructing data, offering new methods or techniques for conducting a research. Muna siya ang methodological, like any other methods na gamiton para sa imong para successful ang imong research. So next contribution or type of contribution will be theoretical contributions. So ang theoretical contributions contributing to a deeper understanding or modification of existing theories can be a key contribution. So ang theoretical contribution refers to how a research study adds new knowledge sa kana nga specific topic or ay research nga gikonduct. Knowledge understanding muna siya. The original ideas coming from researchers to enhance our understanding of a specific field. So ang example ana is kanang mga frameworks, mga models, especially if ang research is experimental. So na siya example. Example is challenging popular scientific beliefs or threatening an existing theory by offering a new perspective or interpretation of data. It identifies the specific groups like such as students, policymakers, practitioners, and broader society that will gain from the research. Na pwede siya ikatulong nga contribution, which is wala na siya napit sa PPT, but it is the empirical contribution. So empirical contribution there is providing data, providing novel data, insights, and evidence that validate extend existing knowledge. Mura po siya o methodological. Pero ang kaning empirical is findings that support by real world data. Ano siya ang empirical. So, ang kalahian dahil sa contributions and significant is ang contributions is mag-base siya of what is new or like ang specific findings niya. Muna siya ang contribution. While ang significant is what is it important, why is it important rather. So ang kaning significant is the impact and benefits sa imong research, while ang contribution is unsa ang findings nga naa sa imong research topic. Muna siya ang kalahian sa contribution and significant. Next aspect is wala siya dira, but fourth nga aspect will be beneficiaries. So kani siya yung mga beneficiaries is kinsa man mga beneficiaries, like mga tao nga involved sa kanang research, kung unsa may maka-benefits or kinsay maka-benefits sa imong research. Mo na siya ang ika-fourth nga aspect. So ang ika-fifth then is ang impact. So ang impact is it outlines the practical and theoretical implications, showing how the study can influence current debates, stimulations for the research, or lead to real-world improvements. So, impact is the effect, basically the effect of the study towards the stakeholders. So, now we move on to the next part, which is how to write your significance of the study. So if ang research problem na siya step by step, and conducting a research title na po siya systematic or step by step nga sundon, and so ang significant of study na sa siya iyahang outline or steps nga sundon. So first step is start broad then narrow. So begin by discussing the general importance of the research for the field or society, then progressively narrow the focus to specific beneficiaries and contributions. So ang start broad then narrow, first present a wide ranging introduction to the overall topic na siya, and then gradually focus on the specific problem na siya ang kwan. For example, ang imong broad na topic is about climate change, and then mo siyang ang narrow area niya or nimo sa imong significant is ang effects of climate change on coastal communities. For example lang mao na imong topic, and specific problem niya, or yes, a specific problem niya is the impact of rising sea levels on agricultural practices and the barangay blah blah blah. Barangay, for example, the impact of rising sea levels on agricultural practices in the barangay Aguho ng Nagayan, Cebu. Ano siya ang start broad din narrow na siya gap each kanang area. Ano siya example. And next step is answer K questions. Address questions like why is the research important and what gap does it fill. So ang kaniding answer K questions is man siya ang to justify the relevance and impact of your work for a specific field, demonstrate its value to advance understanding. Ano siya ang answer K question. So next is show, don't just tell. So show the nimo, not just suti lang inana. And this will provide clear arguments and evidence from existing literature to support the claim significance. So ang kaning show, don't just tell is provide concrete examples and evidence of your claims. Dapat nagid siya real evidence or like proof gani para may bawaan kung tinuod ba or factual ba ang nasa imuhang significant, sa imuhang research. So next will be address different audiences. Explain the value to various stakeholders, including other researchers, practitioners, policymakers, and the public. So kaning address different audiences, focus on relevance to each group. Nabot diri ang gap sa imuhang audience, like imo siya i-address kung unsa man siya nga stakeholders, unsa man siya nga kind of stakeholders. For example, for academic audiences, emphasize contributions for practitioners, like tagsa-tagsaon nimo sila og acknowledge. So next will be the last part will be the clear and concise. State the significance clearly and persuasively to ensure readers understand the value of your work. So ang kaning clear, be clear and concise, basically straight to the point ang imuhang ang imuhang significant of study, like wala siya, dili siya pasikot-sikot, which is straight to the point ang imuhang pag-write sa imuhang significant of study, so that ang panelist or ang viewers or ang magkuan sa imong study is makasabot siya ko unsa man day ay ang imong dapat nga ipaabot nga message adto sa ilaha. So here are the common pitfalls to avoid or writing your significant of the study. So mo na siya ang dapat i-avoid nato when writing our significant of the study. So first is excessive technical jargons. While it's natural to include field-specific terminology, prioritize clarity. So ang kaning specific jargons, basically i-avoid mo ang mga lawom nga words sa imong significant of the study so that madali ra siya nga masabtan sa panelist or sa mo read sa imong significant of the study. Ang kanang mga law nga terminology can be kanang mailis pwede siya mailisan o kanang simple nga words, so ilista na lang para kanang to avoid kanang confusion sa mo basa sa imong significant of the study. Number 2 is generalized statement. Avoid claims that are too broad or too backed by data. So ang kaning generalized statement is dapat specific siya, dili siya broad. Dili siya broad gani nga kanang imuhang significant of study, dili siya broad. Dapat mag-focus lang ka sa usa ka specific nga kanang data. Like dili siya daghan kayo og mga backup nga data para pero ang katong nga backup nga data is dili pud siya ingon factual. So i-avoid nimo ang kanang generalized statements. Third is failure to highlight gaps. Ensure a clear outline of the research gap or a contribution. Your paper may seem redundant. So, ang kanang failure to highlight gaps, like, wala siya na-justify klaro gani na contributions and impacts towards the stakeholders. Like, wala siya na-specify kung unsa man gani ang contributions or ma-contribute sa imong research towards the stakeholders. Like dapat siya dili siya ensure ba nga ang kana gani nga topic, specific topic is kanang makakuan ba gina siya sa stakeholders or dili, like iyang gap gani dili siya clear ang iyang gap. So i-avoid sa nato. So ang last kanang common pitfalls to avoid will be unsubstantiated claims. Assertion without proper citation and or evidence can reduce credibility. So basically, dili siya mahulog ang plagiarism. If we have if ang significant of study nato is gikuha nato or gikutlo nato gikan sa internet, so ikuha nato siya i-credit nato so sa real nga author or real nga nagsuwat sa kana nga significant study to avoid plagiarism. So to sum it, so that would be all. So sum it all, significant of the study is one of the important part of our research. Kay if wala ni siya, then dili siya maka-proceed sa next na part. Kay usama ni siya sa tanawon sa panelist or usama ni siya tanawon sa mga mo-read sa imong research. Kay to ensure the results and findings sa imong research. So that would be all. Thank you for listening and have a pleasant day.